The Sunday papers. We'll go to our program guest now, and we're joined from our Sydney studios by the Minister of Communications, Malcolm Turnbull. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Given the fuss that was made by the coalition and opposition about some rival politicians abusing entitlements, the coalition itself has been rather sloppy, hasn't it, at times?
Well, Barry, I can't run through and do a commentary on every single expenses claim. The rules are a little bit ambiguous at times, and it's not uncommon for people to pay expenses claimed back. But the trip to India that you mentioned, you cited what Julie Bishop did there. It sounded like a very valid use of her travel entitlement because of all the business engagement she made. One of the biggest issues in our sort of foreign policy discourse has been the need to raise the level of engagement with India. You know, been a legitimate criticism that there's been a overwhelming fascination with China, and that we should pay more attention to India and indeed Indonesia, as the Prime Minister, of course, has got off to a flying start with that just a week ago. So it sounded to me from what you described, just listening to you there, that Julie Bishop's visit to India was very much in line with what she should have been doing as Shadow Foreign Minister. More
generally, though, and the Attorney-General, George Brandis, still maintains that in certain circumstances it's OK to charge the taxpayer for going to a wedding. Wouldn't it be better all around if he and others just accepted that it's not on?
Well, really, Barry, it depends on the circumstances. I think what by and large, given that there is a degree of ambiguity in these rules and a degree of judgment is called for, the better course of action is always to err on a more conservative side, and if there's any doubt, then don't make a claim. But you know, all of the colleagues that you've mentioned are people that are scrupulous about the way they use taxpayers' money, and would have been absolutely satisfied that what they were doing was the right thing at the time. But if the question is raised in a very sensible way, in a very straightforward way, George has said, well, OK, if there's an issue there, don't worry, I'll settle it, I'll write a cheque. And that's a very gentlemanly thing to do.
All right, we'll go to your portfolio issues now.